I sure hope there weren't any mistakes in that episode, but we'll find out when my mom, Mrs. Monica, comes in and tells us what was wrong.
Kumail
Nanjiani.
We just like him so much.
We do. He's a sweet
so nice.
boy.
He's a good boy.
He is. Who was reminding me of him recently?
Me?
Oh, this is interesting. I guess it borders on racist, but he has a similar sweet core that I think Karan Soni has.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if somehow it's related, but it's a very specific sweetness.
Yeah, Karan is very sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think it's racist because you don't think I have it.
No.
Yeah.
No, you
I
have
don't either.
other great qualities.
No, I don't even, I mean, I think it's a great quality. I love seeing it, but I don't wish I had it.
Yeah.
Maybe
I mean, there's
that's
so much,
gendered.
there's a lot of overlap between Karan, obviously, and Kumail in that they're both growing up, one in Pakistan, one in India, but both little guys that are really quite afraid of their environment.
Yes.
Karan hiding, his sexuality and being terrified. And then Kumail seeing a guy get shot,
Yeah.
and then leaving there. I don't know. I don't know. There's some connective tissue.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of that, of
Connective tissue?
trauma.
Oh, twama.
Twama.
I don't mean to
Sorry,
correct you, but
I
twama.
know. I can't believe I said that so wrong.
I know.
When I was home in Georgia,
Yeah.
I had a great time. And it was funny because sometimes I wonder, because I've been here a while, been here in LA.
Yes.
That I've made some stuff up in my head.
Oh, sure. Yes.
I
relate.
Yeah. And I'm like, am I being hyperbolic about some of this stuff or the way I remember it? Or was there racism or maybe not, actually. I don't know. I start questioning it. And I think it's good to question it. We have these ideas that are built and maybe that's wrong. Yeah. And of course, it's always going to be a little wrong because your memories shift and stuff and morph over time. There's Revisionist History. Great podcast.
Yeah, incredible.
But I was this is so bad to say. I was kind of relieved. There was a couple moments where I was sort of affirmed that those things
were
not imagined. Yes. Mm-hmm. And I was talking to someone specifically who I'm very close to, who was talking about, I have to be careful here, who was talking about their father-in-law. And I grew up with this person. This person knows me very well.
Yeah, yeah.
And she, my friend, was telling me just how bad, how racist it's gotten in that house with this person, father-in-law. Yeah. And I was and I said, that's so weird because he knows me.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, well, you're an exception because you're rich and famous. And I was like, oh my God. And then there's another person in that person's life who's also Indian. And I said, well, what about this person? And she was like, he's kind of an exception too, just because he's been around, but there's still some weirdness.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. And when she said it, it was a light bulb for me. Because I was like, yes, that me being an exception is what's driven my entire life.
Sure.
I think it's part of what has driven me to work so hard. It's across the board. It's just I have to be an exception.
Yes.
Across the board. And I think that's then just bled into all areas of my life. Yeah. Work and anything, relationships.
I think that's an incredibly sound theory, but I would also suggest it's some percentage of the pie because your parents are gangsters. Your genetics are awesome. You were going to be a go-getter wherever you grew up as well. And then, I think if I were you, I would certainly feel this way because you can't afford to make room for the nuance. But I'd imagine you think racist is one thing, right? It's just this hatred of all people or whatever. But when we're watching that wonderful documentary and those bozo white nationalists are sitting with this Indian woman and they're like, well, not you. And I think there's mass confusion within their own mind. I think they have a cartoonish archetype in their mind that they hate.
Yeah.
Right. Whatever the characteristics they've assigned to this group that they hate. And then yet weirdly, I think they're open to when they meet someone of that group that's not displaying these these stereotypical archetype things they think they hate. Then they go like, oh, well, I don't hate this one. So I think like it is, even racism is as complicated and nuanced and probably individual as every other opinion, like full of contradictions.
Yeah. I think that's right. I just think that's the problem. Like if the hope would be that if they met or knew someone of that race, that would then shatter the racism.
The whole... Right.
The paradigm.
But I think they go, oh, this is an exception.
This is an exception.
Yeah. But they're open to meeting 3 more exceptions that day.
I know, but who cares if the overall, I know what you mean.
I mean, like it's a spectrum probably, and Hitler's on one side, which is like Jews are genetically inferior. Right. They all suck no matter what I'm witnessing them do spectacular, right? Like you can't penetrate his level on that. And then I just think it's a crazy spectrum. And of course, how is anyone... the other group to know where this person's at? Like how irrational are they in this opinion?
Well, it is definitely a huge spectrum and people make exceptions all the time. But I guess what has happened to me over my life is I used to be very, I needed to be that exception for survival, but I would I didn't care. I didn't care about the other Indian people. As long as I got through, I was fine.
Yeah.
And now I don't feel that. I'm like, fuck that. Like, you take all of us, or you can't just. I'm not an exception.
Right.
I'm like everybody else.
A la carte.
Yeah. So it's changed, I think, for me as I have grown. It's interesting.
There's so many like little minute layers to all of it. It's like I may learn that Israelis on the personality tests are the highest disagreeability of all the ethnicities, right? Like this is a confirmed thing we've had experts on talking about. And then I might meet an Israeli that doesn't seem that disagreeable. Yeah. And then I have to make room for like, oh, right, sure. In general, they over-index in this. But again, there's so much variety within this thing. I also have to go like, oh, yeah, I can't just assume they're all disagreeable. Because
because
it's like I'm doing it, I'm sure, in ways that aren't like overtly racist or hostile or with any sense of superiority, just like what I think I know about different groups.
Yeah.
And then you have to constantly be making room for the individual.
Well, racism is not about making generalizations is a part of it, but it's the making generalizations that lead to a feeling of superiority or a feeling of hatred. So if you don't have those other pieces, it's, it's not as much of an issue unless you're making all these assumptions about people that aren't true. But for the most part, that's the issue, right? It's like, oh, they're all like this, and so that's gross or bad or...
Yeah, I can give a personal example on my own. I grew up around a couple different cultures. Some of these cultures definitely, there was an increased machismo and what I thought was total disrespect for females. Yeah. And I went, that's wrong. Not I'm better. So even within like superiority, it's such a broad word.
Totally.
It's like I definitely felt like what I was doing was right and what they were doing was wrong.
Yep.
Per my morals and ethics.
Yeah.
But I at no point was like, I'm better than or I'm superior, or if this person hadn't grown up in my household, they wouldn't be the same.
Right,
it's just like, oh, I know this group of people. They're pretty fucking hyper masculine and aggressive, and I'm not for that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really complicated. But I love what you were exploring at the beginning because my brother and I had like a really, really profound. Well, first of all, we had this beautiful trip together right before Christmas. We went to New York together, and I have had the great luxury of going to New York a ton of times and getting to live in different areas of the city when I'm working. And there's a whole part of New York I love that I don't think the tourist really knows. And I very much wanted my brother to see that side of it.
Yeah.
Because he even said like, why do you love New York so much? for him, it's Times Square in Central Park. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's a like, great.
Those are great.
But probably not worth going to multiple times.
Yes.
So we went and we were on this long, we walked everywhere. We walked like 17 miles a day. And I think we were walking across the Brooklyn Bridge and we were chatting. And I said, my brother's a great, great believer, as am I, in that, like he's a vision board person. And he imagines what he wants and he puts out into the world these positive outcomes he wants. And it's very effective for him.
Manifesting. I love it.
And he manifests it, right?
Yeah.
And he thinks positive thoughts and he knows positivity begets positivity. And we're talking about confirmation bias. Like, yeah, if you think everything's upward trending, you see the proof of the upward trending and you ignore the downward trend and then you don't get bogged down in that.
Yeah.
And I said to him, you know what feels really unfair for me as I write this memoir is any one of us have had every experience in childhood. I have the data or the plot points to create any story I wanted.
Sure.
Because all I got to do is string together the 15 times this thing happened and I decide that was my childhood. And I said to Dave, I want to get this out of my system, the memoir. And the goal is when the memoir is done, I'm going to start looking back on my history a lot differently than I have been, which is I have to acknowledge, yeah, these things happened to you and I, but if we really added it up, that's probably was 0.03% of our experience on life. They're so hyper memorable.
Right.
Because they were so dramatic and stuff. But in reality, we're looking at 99% of the time we had a damn good sitch.
Yeah.
And I said, and I want to start constructing a different story about my back. I said, I think the same thing is true about looking forward. I think I need to apply it looking backwards. Now that I said it out loud, I like feel a commitment to like.
That's good.
I mean, really, you could look at the 12 situations where someone discarded you and you could look at the 12 that they showed compassion to you because you were other. I bet you also received a lot of, I would hope, some teachers that recognize this girl's other and I want to make her feel inclusive. Like I bet there was acts of generosity that, those don't hurt and stick in your memory, but I bet they were there.
For whatever reason, I am very aware of the cheerleaders and angels in my story. Those are the main characters for sure. I have no questions about that. They're it's startling. I feel like so lucky in that.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. It's I mean, no one gets to have a life like this without it. You just don't. You have to have a lot of people who believe in you. You have to have a lot of support and luck, and not just from your family, from just like random people.
Yeah.
So yeah, when I was home, I saw my old cheerleading coach, which was so fun. And we were talking and I was like, God, how did you do it? Like, how did you make all of us 15-year-olds care so much about this thing? It was life or death. It was like, if we didn't win, we were gonna die.
Yeah.
Like,
you were at the Olympics in your mind.
Yes, we were all working together so hard. A huge team of people.
Yeah.
And everyone was on the same page. And like she said, I don't know. She was like, I don't. I think about that all the time too. You guys were so like the dedication. She too was sort of blown away by that. And she runs a gym. She's so successful in what she does, but she looks back on that too. And so there is just some like kind of some weird luck you get. Like I landed in that environment where you had to show up. There was no other option but to be your best. And there's just so many lucky parts.
You're going to love Angela Duckworth's new book. I'm reading like a pre-copy of it.
Oh, fun.
It's all about the power of situation. She hinted at it the last time she was here. She's like, grit was all about individual willpower, determination, dedication, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I think you might have remembered, she had a graduate student of hers that was kind of like, this is a little bit of bullshit.
Right.
Remember, he kind of called her out. And God bless her, she was like open enough to hear him out and start exploring. And so, like the last decade of her life post-grit has been really opening herself up to the enormous impact of environment. Everything around you. And she points out like everything around you is objective. and then everything inside you is completely subjective.
Totally,
right?
Yeah.
And that thing you experienced on the team, you were a product of an environment.
Yeah.
Where each of you challenged each other and rose. And she said, yes, you can get born into terrible situations. Yes, you can have terrible parents, but you always have some situational agency.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you recognize the power of a situation, you can put yourself in different situations. You'll respond accordingly.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm loving it so much.
We should have her on to talk about it.
We must. Yeah.
Okay, exciting.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
Okay, I'm pivoting because I have a really important question.
I can't wait to answer it.
So, what would you do if your bar of soap that you wash your hands with, okay, it's hand soap, but it's a bar.
Yeah.
It flies out. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And you like it. You like that soap a lot.
Volcanic ash?
No, that's from my body.
Oh, okay.
You're washing your hands and it flies out slippery.
Yeah.
And
slippery
lands directly into the toilet.
No problem.
Really?
Not a problem. Wait, is there feces in the toilet?
No, but
yawn?
Okay.
A little bit of yawn?
No,
okay.
But it was just flushed.
Yeah.
Like seconds before.
Yeah, no one is going to like this, but this is a fact.
Okay.
Your kitchen sink is 1,000 times more dangerous than your toilet bowl. There is way more potential harmful bacteria in your sink. So if you dropped your hand soap in the sink, you wouldn't think anything of it. You'd rinse it off and wash it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is interesting. I wash my soap sometimes, which feels insane.
I guess that's like, to what extent is it self-cleaning and to what extent is it not? Where does the self-cleaning line get drawn?
Yeah, it's the demarcation.
Yeah.
But that would be fine for me.
You'd be fine.
Absolutely.
Wow.
It's just water in there. And there's a little bit of your yawn
residue,
which is mostly
and
antiseptic.
Poo-poo residue. Duty.
No, stool balls.
Stool balls.
We heard this is Easter egg for Armchair Anonymous coming up.
So this happened to me, obviously.
Yeah. What did you do? I already know what you did.
What do you think I did?
You used it.
I didn't.
I don't even know you.
I know. Like I was staring at this. So, I have this soap. It's round. It's very cool. It looks like a stool ball, but it's white.
Begging to be slipped out of your hand for crying out loud.
I know. But I've used it enough that it's like now it's just like a dome. Like the bottom's flat.
Okay.
And it's cut in half. And
semi-hemisphere.
Mm-hmm. It's like slow motion. I saw it twirling in the air and then plop right in the middle of the toilet. And I looked at it for a while because I was like, for a second, and this is kind of like when I thought the rat got in the kettle. Like sometimes my brain goes a little haywire.
Yeah.
I was like, should I just flush it?
Fuck up your hole.
And then, I was like, no, I'm not. I can't flush it. That's bad for the toilet. It'll clog. But I was like, but I don't want to put my hand in there. For some reason, I really did not want to put my hand in. And
it feels off brand for you. You'll get down.
I know. Remember that one time?
Yeah, what'd you do?
Have I talked about it on here? I'm sure I did. Remember when I first started my seizure medication?
Yeah.
And I had my morning BM.
Yeah.
It was like the first day, and I looked, and it was in there.
The medicine was
the
capsule,
the whole thing,
the entire thing. Yeah,
well,
yeah,
that's
I do
what
remember
I needed
that.
to see. I had to see.
That's right. I do remember. Yeah,
so
you had to for your health.
I had to.
That's right.
But this, for some reason, and it was flushed, but it was recently flushed.
Uh-huh.
I was like, I don't want to put my hand in there. And then I did.
I feel like I'd just be able to get rid of the top layer of the soap and be down to fresh.
I mean, that's what my thought was. Is like, should I just rinse it off? It's soap. It's self-cleaning. I just get this top layer off. But I was like, I don't believe in self-cleaning anymore all of a sudden. And I threw it in the garbage.
I was going to say, so my curiosity is killing me. How did you retrieve it? tongs from
No, I put my hand in.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I thought you were saying you didn't want it.
I didn't. I didn't want to, but I was like, I guess I have to. And I put my hand in and I grabbed it and I just threw it straight in the garbage. And then I had to get another soap to clean my arm and my hand.
Right. There's a whole thing.
It's kind of a Jonathan Haidt, like,
moral dilemma.
Moral dumbfounding dilemma. Because, like, yeah, it's like technically and morally fine.
Yeah.
But it felt really wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
So I had to throw it away.
That makes me think of, I took Delta to breakfast on Sunday. I'm trying to think what topic brought up morals and ethics.
Ooh.
It was really fun to start exploring that with her.
What is she? I mean, she's so ethical, I think.
I do too. Yeah, yeah.
And like,
yeah, kind of innately quite ethical.
She is.
Yeah. I don't know where she got it.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to think what topic came up, and I was just like, yeah, you know, you get to pick what you think is moral or immoral. And I think she was asking like a right or wrong question, you know, and we got to explore it. Anyways, it's so fun to be having deeper and deeper conversations with the kids as they get older.
I love that.
Yeah. She has a graphic novel she got for Christmas. You might have seen this. This was at my birthday dinner.
Wait, that's the... Oh, I thought that was Kristen's.
No. So I don't even know who got it for.
Carly.
Oh, my sister.
Yes. That makes so much more sense.
Tell me, you were flummoxed?
Yes, because Kristen pulls out this book and I maybe I jumped in the conversation late because she said, Carly got this. It's about this. And I thought it was for Kristen.
Oh,
And I was like, she got you a graphic novel? Like, I did think that was weird.
Off-brand, for sure.
Off-brand. Kind of like me putting my hand in the toilet.
Yes.
But now that I know that makes so much more sense.
Yeah, so we just had the sweetest conversation because there's some adult themes, I guess, in it. And she wanted to know if it was okay that she was reading these adult themes. And she felt like maybe conflicted. And I said, your gut will tell you.
Yeah.
Your gut will tell you when you're ready for things and when you're not ready for things. And just listen to your gut. There's no right or wrong or it's too early or too late. But your gut will tell you. So don't worry. You don't have to worry about what's right or wrong.
Yeah.
You just have to feel what's right or wrong for you. Or when you're uncomfortable. And maybe even sometimes you're uncomfortable, but it's tolerable uncomfort.
Yeah. Yeah. She's so cute. We had a horrible situation where she loves these May-legs, which I think is also taking the world by storm. They're so cute. They're these little mice characters.
They're like little 3D printed toys?
No, they're cloth.
Oh, they're cloth.
Yeah, they're really cute.
Okay.
And you collect them, and then you collect their little, house, little like appliances, and those.
Oh yeah, they're all over the house.
They're so cute. I kind of feel like I wish I could have some.
Yeah,
but it feels like maybe.
Well, you could definitely have some. You think a guy might be weirded out?
Yeah.
This is kind of like the diaper conversation from 2020.
Oh, if you were wearing your diaper in bed?
You were when you were 20, if you like met a girl at a bar and you hooked up and then she said, I got to throw my diaper on before I go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think if you're cute, you pull it off. So I think you could pull that off for sure.
I just don't think there's an amount of cuteness that gets...
to the diaper?
Yeah, the diaper.
Well, we asked all the men in the pod. And all the women were like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
And the men were like, yeah, how cute is she? Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember.
You could kind of go like, oh, this is adorable, this girl. So, I mean, she can't be a child. You don't want to be, that's you got to be really clear about what's happening. You're with an adult.
Yeah.
Then you find out this adult wears night diapers.
Is efficient because it's not, okay, this was also part of it. It's not that she can't control her pee
because all day long she doesn't wear a diaper.
It's just that she doesn't want to wake up in the night to go to the bathroom.
To remind people, this stems from my game plan of starting to wear nighttime diapers so I didn't have to wake up and pee anymore.
Yes.
Yeah. And then people were like, what about when you're traveling? I'm like, I'll get a fucking diaper when I go to that city.
Like, that's the question. Anyway, May-legs. So they're really, really cute. And she wanted, one of the things on her list for her birthday and Christmas was a dollhouse for her Melex. And Kristen told me about this, and Kristen was like, she doesn't need like an official one. You can just get her some random one. And I was like, no.
Plywood box.
Yeah. Like get her a shoebox. And I was like, absolutely not. If she wants the official one, she's getting it.
Yeah.
And so I go on the website, the USA website, Melek, and I order what's there.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And I'm excited. And I tell her it's coming. And then we go to Nashville, and someone had got her one for Nashville too. That's going to stay in Nashville.
Okay, great.
The one for her that I ordered arrived while I was gone. So I saw that it arrived, but I didn't see it, right? So then we're in Nashville, and she's like, oh, look at this. And she was showing me the box. I was like, oh my God, it's so cute, exciting. Well, you'll have one for both houses.
Yeah.
And then I get home, and I was like, this box looks tiny.
Oh, okay. Now I'm up to speed because I saw you guys unwrapping this.
I got
yesterday or the day before?
A couple days ago. Yeah. I was like, oh no. But then I was like, well, maybe you have to set it up.
Maybe it expands.
Yeah.
The box looked too small, right? That was the issue.
Way too small.
Yeah.
And I got nervous because she deserves the best.
Well.
Yes, she does. And I was like, oh my God. And then I come into the house, and I don't see her, but she's there, but I don't see her. And you're standing there, and you're like, what is that? And I was like, it's Delta's dollhouse, but I think there's something wrong. I don't understand. It's so small, and I don't know. This is bad. And then she like pops her little head out, and it's like, it's gonna be perfect. It's perfect. And I was like, I don't know, Delta. It looks really small. And she was like, it doesn't matter if it's small. It's exactly right. And then then I'm like, it better be a mansion dollhouse, like for her. Sure. It has to be so perfect. And then we opened it, and it is wrong. I mean, it's right. It's what is available on the site. I looked it up, but so I don't know how you guys got that other one for Nashville because it's not on that USA site. But
I don't know either. I'm really conflicted about all this stuff.
No, I love it. Yeah. So then what I got her is a suit casa. So it's just this like small suitcase, and she took it out, and I was like, I responded very negatively. I was like,
you really yucked the potential yum.
Yeah, I was like, suit casa, what is this? And she was like, it's great. And she was like, this is perfect. I need different kinds, and everyone has different size houses, so it's good. And I was like, oh my God, this person is so sweet. Like, it's unbelievable. You
now just jogged my memory of how we got on ethics.
Okay.
She randomly said to me at Cafe 101, because I do, and I'm on the fence about this, but I do it. I let her order more. I let her order whatever she wants. Like, I can't even relate to it, right? Like just the way we grew up versus how, like, if she wants pancakes and she wants eggs, I'm like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
And she just out of nowhere, she said, Dad, do you want to tell me I can't order as much? I go, here's my thing about you ordering too much. I don't care if you order too much. I can afford to buy it. I said, and I recognize that you have a lot of decision anxiety. And for me, it's very easy to solve that problem with another $6 order of pancakes.
Yeah.
But I do worry a lot that I'm setting you up for failure because you're going to grow up. You can't afford to fucking order whatever you want. And I feel like I get scared I'm not preparing you for
the world.
And she said, okay, but is it wrong? That's how we got on it. Is it wrong? And I said, well, there's a lot of rungs to this ladder. There's like legally what's right and wrong. I said there are morals we would all agree on. Mm-hmm. Don't kill, don't rape, don't steal, don't hurt other people. Yeah. I said, and then there's this whole area where you have to decide what your own ethical code is.
Yes.
And one of mine is I try not to waste.
Yeah.
And I try to leave the world as I found it. And on a great day, I leave it a little better. I said, you notice you've never seen me ever leave something in the sink. It's a stupid moral of mine. I just won't leave it worse than I found it. And she said, okay, And I said, so you have to decide if you feel guilty about wasting.
Right. And it's personal.
And it's up to you. I'm not going to assign you your morals, but that's what's kind of on the table. And she said, okay, I want you to tell me I think you're ordering too much. You're going to waste some in the future.
Oh.
And I said, okay. And then she got a to-go box for her French fries. We're never going to eat these French fries. Like while she's doing it, I want to be like, well, hon, this isn't the time. These fucking things are never getting eaten. They're going to sit in the fridge for fucking 8 days and then I'm going to throw them out, blah, blah, blah. But I just had to kind of honor the moment. Yeah. So then we walked out with a half-eaten order of French fries. But anyways, this fucking little girl.
She's too much.
Oh, she
really is too much. It's like a lot. It's a lot. It's overwhelming. But I have zero. Come for me in the comments. I won't read them. I have zero guilt about wasting food. I don't. It is kind of weird. It's like, why don't I?
Well, you can make a lot of compelling arguments in all directions. So one of the arguments I make for myself when we are wasteful is like, we're wasting our money, but I'm putting it into the world. I don't think I should be sitting here and squirreling everything I have. So I just always remind myself when I have kind of wasted money, well, I wasted it by giving some small business that money or some manufacturer, whatever. So in that way, I'm like, well, that's not bad at all. In fact, the more we get out of my pocket and everyone else's, that's the best, probably. And then no one's going to like this. They'll come for me in the comments. Food, it is not a finite resource. It is. So there's growers making money. There's the grocery store that sold it. There's all these people in this chain that were employed. And yes, if you want to zoom out as an unethical because someone's starving over there, yes, but that's a totally false argument because I can't get that food to that person over there. And if I don't waste it, it's not going to them. So it's just like, it's a hypothetical that's not reality.
Yeah.
So I don't get bogged down in that. But the thing that gets me more I spun out, and I can't tell it's just my own childhood and what's going on, is like, so this thing you're talking about, these toys.
Maylegs,
Maylegs, and then there's Fugglers.
Yeah, we talked about Fugglers. Yep.
And in my opinion, there's too many Fugglers. Like, you shouldn't have this many Fugglers. And then I walk outside and I'm like, and I have 7 cars I've collected over the years. So like, I'm not in a position to be critical, but I bought those cars.
Yeah, but she didn't.
This is why The Good Place was made.
Exactly.
Being ethical at all times is nearly impossible in our modern world.
There's not. To one person, it's this, and to another person, it's that. Like, it's also why we're so divided. We all have such different ethics and what we think. I mean, to me, yes, there are some things that they're objectively wrong. And sometimes when I hear other people talk and I'm like, you don't think that? It's so startling. But I agree with you. There's this middle portion that it really is very, very, very individual.
Yes.
Because weirdly, for me, wasting is almost like it's like a personal respect. Like when I am at a restaurant and I order something, I eat what I want to eat of it.
Yep.
And if I was like,
you have to overconsume.
Exactly.
Yes, agreed. That's another one of my arguments is like, to make yourself take on excess calories your body told you don't want is insane to make who happy.
And just like, I don't want anymore. I should be okay with not wanting anymore. There's a gluttonous element on the other side of it.
Yes.
That's like, I don't like the way that is in people. So I don't know. It's also weird.
Chris and I talk about this a lot because we get in little debates about what is wasting and what's not. And my opinion is you have to also be very pinpointed about when is it waste. Once you've ordered it, it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
It's completely done. If you bought something from the store and you brought it back to your house and now you're keeping it in your house because you don't want to waste, that's a fantasy. The buying
Some people eat it.
Well, I'm just saying us.
Yeah.
We have just shit piling up because we would feel terribly guilty to throw it away. Stuff you can't donate. We do a lot of donating, but But my point is always like, it's too late. if you want to cut back on waste, it's the buying of it.
Totally, that's
Once you've bought it, forget it. You might as well do whatever you want, whether you eat it or you throw it in the trash or you stick it in your ass or you light it on fire. It's irrelevant. It's that you bought it and now it'll be replaced with more manufacturing.
Right.
So that's done. It happened the second. There's no wasting or not wasting it. It's over.
Yeah.
I'm also reading the Ezra Klein book, Abundance, and he gets into climate in a really comprehensive, all facets way, which I love. Which is like you have different movements within the environmental movement, and one of them is really just a judgment on consumerism. A lot of the environmental movement, people in it, what they really want is they think we made this in this pact with the devil years ago when we became a consumeristic capitalist society, right? So what they really want is for us to not be that way. Now, what are the odds the world's going to do that? That's not going to happen. But people are not going to go back to a pre-materialistic world.
Right.
He said, now you have another bigger group, which is like, there's clearly a lot of waste in the system and there's a lot of resources being spent on stuff that shouldn't be spent on.
Yeah.
The problem is people don't agree on what those things are.
I know.
And then I think you get down to what I hope should be everyone's core value is like, my ethics aren't above yours.
Right.
They're mine.
Yes.
You got yours. That's a superiority in the all-knowingness of thinking yours are the ones everyone should agree on.
But what about like the one, like what about like if someone's like, well, I'm allowed to like hurt this person. It's like there should be some, right?
Well, again, that's why there's ones that we actually all agree on. Everyone agrees that you shouldn't be allowed to assault people, kill people, rape people, steal from people.
I guess those are laws. I guess that's when they become laws.
They're the 10 Commandments. They're like, they've been agreed upon for quite a long time. And then this other batch, like as much as you're convicted about it, it's the other batch.
It is funny though, because I am very materialistic. It's no secret.
Right.
I like buying stuff.
Yeah.
I like looking nice. I like whatever. But I was at a store at home, a store I like. But I was looking around and all of a sudden I was just like, there's so much stuff.
Crap.
There's just stuff. It's all just like random stuff everywhere. What are we doing? Like I did have this like, what are we doing as a people? Yeah.
Well, he brings that one up. He's like, of all these buckets, you've got fast fashion. Cement is an enormous emitter of carbon when it's made, and we need it for construction. And it's like, you certainly have one person saying, we don't need another football arena.
Yeah.
The other one works.
Yeah.
Legit. I'm looking at fast fashion and going, that shit's you don't need that.
Yeah.
But I want,
Totally. Well, it's hard though, because it's like, there are sides to so many parts of this, because fast fashion, for me, I'm like, okay, I'm against fast fashion, right? Because I can afford.
Yes, exactly. It's a total privilege to have that point of view.
So to me, I'm like,
if you're a young poor girl, you want an outfit, man.
Of course you want an outfit.
Trailer,
and you should be able to have it. That is also what I feel. So I'm like, I'm so conflicted about this, because I do think there should be that available for people who don't have the privilege I have. Yet, then what I do is like, I think there should be some of those options, but I should not participate in it.
Yeah.
Since I don't have to.
Exactly. Like you do the things that you can do or that you're willing to do.
Yeah, but the judgment is the problem. The across the board judgment is like not looking at any nuance.
We must all get a little looser on our grip of all in, all this, all, definitive. It's left, it's right. All these different binaries are like, guys, life in its best outcome is like, we tried to service 5 or 6 principles and we optimized all of them as much as we could, but they all took a hit along the way.
I just think maybe a good resolution is to be more focused on how you walk through life.
Yeah, worry about what you're doing.
Yeah, and if this thing that you're doing, just try to be the version of you that you think is ethical, moral, whatever, and stop looking outward.
Don't tell a fucking single person about it. Live your life and you'll be appealing to people who want to model what you do. Be an example. Don't be a fucking preacher.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway.
Kumail.
Yeah, Kumail.
Where does he land on fast fashion? Did we get that out of him?
I forgot to ask.
He does not wear fast fashion. He's very well dressed.
Yeah, he doesn't. But he's privileged.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to. Unstoppable is a movie with Denzel.
Sure is.
And Chris Pine.
And Ethan Suplee.
Exactly. That's probably how we got on the subject. Okay, I looked up how much the Koons vacuum cleaner in the box is worth. A Jeff Koons vacuum cleaner artwork's worth varies significantly, with some new Hoover convertibles selling for millions. Example, over $4 million at Sotheby's, over $5 million at Christie's. While smaller inspired or vintage models might fetch a few $100 to a few $1,000s at places like eBay, showing the vast difference between collectible fine art and regular items. Okay, so his are in the millions.
I want to say that that one,
yeah.
My friend found the piece of. I don't know if I told that whole story in this episode. The reason I even know about these vacuums is a friend of mine worked for the insurance company that had insured them. And I know that the collection, I want to say there were 3 in this collection. I think at that time were $8 million, and this was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And there was a piece missing.
Yeah.
At some point, the art piece had been serviced or cleaned, and a piece got lost, and then there was a claim laid on it. And so if we don't find this piece, the insurance company has to pay out $8 million, and my boy found the piece.
Oh,
he's like a sleuth.
Wow.
He just has to go to New York and befriend all these art critics and get himself into this warehouse.
Interesting. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That is a cool looking vacuum, I have to say.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
But what's hilarious is all it is the vacuum from the store in a lucite box with a light under it. That's where I have
problems. That's where my ethics are drawn. Like, I would not feel ethical putting an existing thing in a lucite box and calling it my art. I would not feel ethical doing that. Mm-hmm. But Jeff is his own guy.
And it's beautiful. Something about it, I think it's ridiculous. And I look at it and I like looking at it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So he said he had just gotten some massage on his jaw and then he was crying about his dead grandma.
Oh, yeah.
And then I looked it up.
I want that experience. Do you?
Nah.
Yeah.
So my emotions are already a veil.
That's true.
But I looked up our jaw muscles attached to emotion because also Elizabeth and Andy, Beth's dead. Nobody's listening, right? She talks about how she can't have sex unless her jaw is like relaxed.
Whoa.
Like it's like connected to like her horniness.
Oh my God.
Isn't that interesting?
Yes.
Yeah.
So is his job to massage those and keep them pliable? Or?
I'm sure he does if he wants
like
it.
My only route to sex was relaxed mastoids. I feel like I'd become an expert on
masseuse,
on loosening mastoids.
Therapist. Excuse me, that was disrespectful.
Yeah, what did you say?
I said masseuse.
Oh yeah, I want a massage therapist to reclaim that title the way women have reclaimed bitch and
I agree.
Black people have reclaimed. Yeah, we know where I'm going with everything.
Yeah. So I looked it up. Yes, jaw muscles are directly linked to emotions, stress, anxiety, anger, and even happiness, because jaw tension or relaxation through the body's fight or flight response and nervous system, leading to clenching or a slack jaw. And this physical tension can also worsen emotional states, creating a feedback loop. Mm-hmm. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. You said 67% of people have teeth nightmares. Looks like 39 to 40% of people have dreams about their teeth falling out or rotting at least once, making it a very common nightmare theme. Though rates of recurring dreams are lower, around 8 to 16%. These dreams are often linked to stress, anxiety, or feelings of powerlessness. But sometimes physical dental irritation, like teeth grinding during sleep, can trigger them. Nearly 4 in 10 adults have experienced teeth dreams. I'm so rare. I mean, I guess technically I'm in the majority if these are right, but like still.
You just don't have that nightmare.
I don't.
You must not carry a lot of tension in your jaw. I had always thought it was my orthodontia history.
Right, but it's actually your powerlessness history.
I hate powerlessness.
Yeah. I had a dream last night that I was late. I was in Boca Raton.
Okay.
And I had to was I in Boca Raton? I think so. And I looked at the clock.
Is it Boca Raton or Boca Raton?
I don't know.
I think it might be Raton, but
in the South we say Boca Raton.
But maybe it is. Maybe we were saying it wrong in Detroit. We say most things wrong in Detroit. So.
Well, and I was there and I looked at the clock and the fact check was starting in 11 minutes.
Oh, wait. Oh, you were in Boca Raton or Tan.
And I had to get here in 11 minutes. I had to get to the airport.
You can't do it in 11 minutes.
And I was trying. I was like trying to get my bags and I couldn't get to the right bag claim. And it was a lot.
More than my teeth now, what has taken over my teeth is my goddamn phone. It's always a flight. I always need to check if I can delay, like find another flight later because I'm not going to make it to the airport and I cannot get my phone. Like every time I open my phone, I'm on a weird screen and I have a bug. It's like the old days on your computer when it gets taken over on AOL.
Yeah.
And you just fucking pop-up screens everywhere and you could not.
Oh,
you just had to throw your computer in the trash. Remember how it would just take over?
It would get a virus and it was just
fucking
done.
Viruses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in my dream, my phone always has this virus and I can't get to the internet to change my flight. And that now I'm having that one at least 3 times a month.
Weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think that might just be like having a pretty busy schedule.
Sure.
I think.
Yeah.
Like
feeling like, what do I have
today? So many things in my calendar and
yeah. I get that. Okay. Was it Evan Peters and Mayor of Easttown? Yeah. This was so, remember when he told us a lot of Indians have an extra thumb?
Yeah. It's true.
Preaxial polydactyly.
Oh, so this is specifically just the thumb.
Yeah. My twama. When he said that, I was like, oh my God. Like, I really kind of hated that.
The thought of an extra thumb.
On Indians specifically.
Oh,
it was like,
even more other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, why?
That's the guy he was talking about.
He is very handsome.
Oh my God. So for the listener, it's not what you think. It's not 2 individual thumbs. It's one thick thumb that then branches into 2.
Right. Tips.
Tips.
Whoa.
Dude. Wow. I've never seen that. And that's common in India. And what I love is he's proud of that.
Yeah, he's not
hiding it at all.
He's a big movie star.
I know a very big movie star that's got a hand thing and he hides it really well.
Yeah. No, he's owning it, which I love. Yeah. But it does stress me out.
It does. And the thumb itself from the angle where you're looking at the palm, it definitely looks like a cute, like not a frog head, not a turtle head. It does look like imagine the gap between the 2 thumbs is a mouth, and then I see an eyeball on the top.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Marcel the Shell with Seashores.
Yeah, it's a little character.
Yeah.
Do you think he has dexterity in it and he can?
I hope.
Well, he would have to, right? But I wonder if he can make that move like a Pac-Man mouth.
I think he can.
Oh, wow.
Now, while exact numbers for India are scarce, polydactyly is notably more.
Is that why your middle name's Lily?
Oh my God. Oh my God. What if I had it and they got it removed? Because, notably more common in Indian populations, especially preaxial polydactyly, extra thumb toe side, with some studies suggesting rates as high as 1 in 3,000 births in India. Much higher than general global rates. Okay. A strong genetic component, it says, obviously.
Die.
Yeah. It also says, though, that a lot of people get it removed. Studies, they get it removed at birth.
Sure. Okay. That means 400,000 people in India have it. If it's 1 in 3,000.
That's right.
If it's 1 in 3,000. 400,000. You could make a damn good living as the doctor who does this.
It's the second most common congenital hand disorder. What? What if I had that and they got it removed?
You didn't.
How do you know?
Because you'd have a massive scar on your thumb. And to my knowledge, I haven't inspected your thumb in great detail, but I think you would
What if I just...
He screamed out loud.
Oh, I'm so lucky.
That's okay. We all have our things.
I know.
Every group has a thing.
Well, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
I just was imagining growing up here with that.
Oh.
It was hard enough.
Yeah, you'd have to wear gloves or something. And then would you rather be known as the girl that wears the glove or the girl with 3 thumbs?
I don't know.
As a kid, I know I'd rather be the guy who wore gloves. And you could just go, oh, my hands are really dry, and the doctor makes me wear these gloves. As you get older, you're going to have to pull your gloves off at some point. when you find your true love.
Oh my God. This is why I would not.
You'd be shut down for a bit because you're very attractive and you're a real catch and you're already mildly shut down. So if we would throw in a third thumb, I think.
Well, you know me, like I have a weird, again, I like a self-hatred, I guess, but of like if a freckle or like a mole, mainly even a freckle, like pops up on my body.
Yeah.
I like really can't handle it. I like have to dig it out.
And it's again,
because probably causing cancer.
It's also a contradiction, which is you love Delta's mole on her face,
God,
right?
The most.
Yeah, and freckles on other people. You love it.
No, it has nothing to do with other people.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing.
No, I'm going further. You actually like it in other people.
Yeah, I think it's so cute.
You hate it on yourself.
Yeah, and like I have this freckle on this finger right here.
Yeah, you're always working on that.
Yeah, it appeared in the last few years and I hate it.
That is so, I mean, I don't want to call you crazy.
No, it is crazy.
But it's bonkers.
It's crazy. Yeah, I know it's crazy. I'm like, how could I be so fixated?
Yeah, I like it.
You can see it.
You just held it up so I could see it,
I thought
Monica.
maybe it was invisible to everyone except me. Now I hate it even more.
No, I like it. And everyone likes it.
And sometimes I'm typing and I'm just like, ew.
You have to think of it as a part of your constellation.
I don't want that.
Okay.
So.
Maybe you start wearing gloves.
And then you'll be like, what happened? You get a new thumb?
What happened? That thumb finally come in? That Indian thumb?
Oh my God. All right, that's it for Kumail.
Okay, I love you. And everyone likes your freckles, so.
Don't look at them. Don't zoom in, guys. Do not zoom in.
I want you to revisit hypnotism.
He passed away.
I know.
Really sad.
He was such a sweet,
He was a really
guy.
nice man.
That story he told about the woman that loved him and he thought he needed erectile dysfunction medicine. And she said, you don't need that. Let me take care of you. Do you remember he told that story?
This at all.
Oh my God. It was the sweetest story. He told it with such tenderness.
Oh.
I know. I really, really liked him.
Go back in the archives. I get hypnotized.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
And it kind of worked.
We'll say it worked because he's passed.
I'm going to get you hypnotized. And the only goal of the hypnotism is to convince you that it worked the first time. When you wake up, you're going to think the first hypnosis worked.
Exactly.
All right. Love you.